Hey, what's up, guys? Sean back with another treat for you guys today. And one of the things that's happened since I started this channel and kind of started documenting my own weight loss journey is there's been a few guys that have come out and been like, I don't understand why I don't have a girl. I'm a big guy, but these guys are 600 pounds. They don't. Personally, I think that's just a confidence thing. A lot of women, like, they'll like you for your personality and stuff like that. There's got to be like a 10% attraction rate there, in my opinion. There's just got to be something to look at. Like, you can't look like friggin' Hunchback of Notre Dame or anything like that. But just like a modicule of attraction is there. You got it. You just got to have a little bit of game to you or something. So we're going to check out some toxic boyfriends and girlfriends today. And, yeah, this should be really interesting. So let's just see what's going on here.
My 600-pound life showcases a lot of misery. Even though it's entertainment, we forget that these people are real people who are trapped in their own bodies and trapped by their own vices. It's really heavy stuff, and I couldn't imagine how I would personally deal with these issues. But I especially couldn't imagine dealing with these issues alongside a toxic partner.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I don't like to totally trash people. I like to joke a lot, obviously, because I've been there. I've done it, right? But there's I still see that part of me that was just there, like 2 years ago. And I didn't even feel comfortable talking like this kind of smack until I was at least 200 pounds down. Because it just don't feel right sometimes. Sometimes I feel like, man, I just want to help these people get it in gear, but you got to do it for yourself.
Relationships can be very messy. People are imperfect, and a lot of the time, people are very, very toxic. Even though a lot of people go through toxic relationships, that doesn't mean they're easy to deal with, especially if you got other problems. And in my 600-pound life, a lot of toxic relationships are showcased.
Dude,
my name is Joey, and today we're going to be looking at some of the most toxic partners featured on the show. Before we get started, though, make sure to subscribe to Plot Twist for more content just like this.
Plot Twist.
Gilbert Donovan is perhaps the most hated partner ever showcased on my 600-pound life. Why? Well, I think the biggest flaw of Gilbert's is that he's actually incredibly unfaithful. After his wife called him while she was at the hospital,
Oh no. This guy's playing Stinky Twinkie all around town. Damn. But that's the advantage of having a 600-pound girl, right? She can't come catch your ass. You're getting away with everything. She could have a Find My iPhone app, whatever. She ain't gonna get up and come find you, though. So you could be like, oh, I was just at friggin' Papa John's. Really, you were at friggin' Burger King turning somebody into Backshot Becky, or at Arby's giving some chick the extra horsey sauce, and she can't come get you.
He mistook her for another woman and basically outed himself as a cheater. His wife was not happy about this, and Gilbert's reaction to her unhappiness was pretty manipulative. He made it seem like she was the one with bad attitude and that she was going too hard on him. Gilbert also wanted to be intimate with his wife after she had surgery and wasn't in the best shape to perform such tasks. He kind of pressured her into doing things.
Oh my god, he did that to her after surgery? What a scumbag. You know the cost of a fleshlight? It's probably $50. I don't know. But probably somewhere around there. But yeah, dude, come on. He's just trying to gaslight her into oh, you're the problem, you're the problem. Really, this dude is just all kinds of crazy and narcissistic.
Anyways, which is just plain disgusting. There's a lot more that could be said about Gilbert, but thankfully he isn't in the picture anymore. However, he later hooked up with another patient from the show, Karina, so I think it's safe to say he has a type.
You're saying that you're in love with me, you don't want to leave me and all this stuff, but you want to separate. You can give me one more chance, though. That's all I ask.
Oh god, talk about Mighty Mouse syndrome. This little man is tripping. This is Napoleon syndrome if I ever seen it. He's got to be the center of his own world, though, and just cheat on this chick. And then he goes for another chick that's in the 600-pound program. Talk about a type for real.
10 years, love. 10 years of me taking care of you. Give me one chance.
I'm asking you, what are you doing on your phone? I'm gonna have to go on there and find out myself. There's all kinds of chicks.
Checking out
I feel
chicks
like
on
I'm not looking for
Instagram.
affection sometimes because I don't get it from you. I know I lied, but 10 years together, I've been by her for all that time, taking care of her, and never would expect it to get to this.
Really? 10 years of you dogging her out and just leaving her sit there. Yeah, sure, you might have brought her some friggin' hash browns all the way back from McDonald's, and that was enough to make her happy, but she secretly knew you was out doing all that stuff. There's no way a woman could not know, because men are stupid. We're easy to catch. Personally, not a cheater, but we are damn easy and stupid. You women are the sneaky ones. You're the ones that'll run around and like keep the same schedule and everything. Like, we'll be dumb as hell. We'll have no clue, but you'll catch us in a second. Women should be like, the FBI should be all women, honestly, because guys can't get away with like anything.
I'm in a hotel right now because I have left Gilbert. I'm done with his cheating, his drinking, and his abuse.
Weight, though.
And finding out he was still contacting other women online was the final straw for me.
As much as it hurts me, and I have to stand strong. Just because he takes care of me, he wipes my ass, whatever he does, it doesn't mean that I have to put up with what I put up with.
Ooh, at least she's telling it like it is. Don't matter if he wipes my ass, I ain't gonna take his shit. So at least she's keeping it real. And she looks like she's lost a bunch of weight anyway, so it's time to cut that loose weight, even if it is only an extra 150 with Mighty Mouse.
Sorry, I'm not gonna live this way anymore.
The next toxic partner on this list is Lee. Lee made his debut on My 600 Pound Life in the episode titled Lee and Rena's Story. Lee and Rena's relationship isn't one built on a great foundation, as they both met at a weight loss clinic. That's basically like two drug addicts meeting at rehab, and that never ends well.
I mean, he's not wrong. That's why when I saw somebody put up a clip that like Tammy got married in rehab, I was like, well, hell, this ain't gonna go well. They definitely get the extra value meals when they get home. They're ordering the family meals and they both splitting it, because there ain't no way one's gonna stop the other. If there's 1,200 pounds between the two of you, you definitely about to go eat out.
Throughout the episode, Lee has shown us that he has a pretty bad anger issue. And while his anger issues don't necessarily equal abuse, Lee has shown no motive to help himself. He also comes across as jealous, even getting jealous of Rena's brother at one point, which is just straight up weird. The couple broke up after Lee allegedly cheated on Rena. However, as of 2019, they're apparently back together, so let's hope Lee changed for the...
Oh my god, you were jealous of her brother? That's some serious insecurities on your part, homie. If you really think that your old lady is stepping out with her brother, and that this is some Jerry Springer episode, you are just not right in the head.
The better.
So me and my older brother Michael decided to check into a weight loss clinic. He was using food to cope all these years too. And that's where I met Lee.
I remember meeting
So she went with her brother? Bro, I would kill for at least like mullet going on there. I'm thinking about bringing the mullet back. What do you guys think?
Her brother was my roommate at the bariatric clinic, and I kind of felt jealous how she would make sure
he was your buddy and you were scamming on his sister?
I'd follow her around and we were like Bonnie and Clyde.
And then we were an item at the clinic. But that broke
Oh my god, would you look at that? This man's chesticles are popping.
the rules there, so we either had to stop dating or leave.
They would get onto us for holding hands. They would get onto us for showing any kind of emotion or attention to each other.
Loved each other, and we've stayed together over the past 11.
I mean, honestly, you guys ain't getting it on in the rehab center. You think you could have waited a couple months to hold hands or something, or slip each other notes like it's friggin' middle school? I think both of you wanted the hell out of there, if we're keeping it real. Because neither one of you wanted to be there, I guess, at that point. And you found what you were looking for, which was a relationship, which I guess a lot of bigger people are looking for. I don't know. But personally, I think if you're not in a relationship, the best thing you can do is focus on yourself and bettering yourself, because that's how you're going to find who you ultimately deserve, you know?
7 years since leaving the clinic. But being together, with both of us struggling with food, has not been a good thing. The only reason we're even able to survive right now is because Lee's sister comes over every day and helps us.
Oh no. That poor
Up next
sister.
is Gareth, who is the husband to Zaylin, and he's definitely not the most supportive husband. Gareth isn't particularly keen on his wife losing weight.
I think I've seen this too. I think he's the dude that met her at the like BBW convention or whatever. I had a chick message me from Instagram that asked if I wanted to interview her because she was like one of the chicks at those BBW conventions, and I joked about wanting to go to one. Would you guys want to see me do that? Because I think I could get some hella good stories out of her.
And there's a pretty silly reason for that. Gareth has a fetish for bigger women. In fact, that's the reason he got with his wife in the first place, because she was so big. But I guess to Gareth, bigger means better, and he expressed disappointment when his wife was considering surgery. If you do have a preference for women, I can't fault you for that, but there's gotta be some sort of line, right? You can't...
What the hell? That was 570. She's cheating. This is 600-pound life. Garrett, Go get you a real 600-pounder if you want to be on the show. No cameos.
Be disappointed in your partner for wanting to stay alive for you and your child. There's more to this than just personal gratification though, and it feels like Gareth didn't fully understand that, making him look horrifically selfish.
It's really hard to talk about Gareth because, you know, he wants a fat wife. He has a physical preference.
Okay, I get having a physical preference. I think everybody has a preference. But at some point, if you actually cared about someone, you would want them to be healthy and not want them to pile on more weight till the point that they can't breathe. Because it's only, if she's already pushing the 6s, it ain't much longer till she ain't breathing anymore, honestly. Honest to God. You don't make it much past the 6s usually. The people that push, like that one chick that got up to like 970, that's friggin' amazing. She should have just went for 1,000 at that point.
Preference for his sexual needs that requires me to be bigger than, you know, just fat. Big can't be beautiful when it means my daughter may not have a mother. He has no idea how close to death I feel.
Oh my God, you've got a little girl. Why do you give a shit what he likes sexually when you have a little kid? Oh my God, talk about having the wrong priorities. You should be totally focused on that little girl, and he can kick rocks if that's what he wants. Go buy him an economy-sized thing of Jell-O and tell him to warm it up in the microwave, because that's what he's looking for.
Every day.
Without this surgery, I'm gonna die sooner rather than later. He talks about it's not that he will not be sexually attracted to me, it's that I'll be repulsive to him.
I mean, I'm a little
repulsive? Wow. You need punched right in your face, buddy, because you should never say something like that about your wife. She's I'm guessing she's the mother of his child, so I'm guessing that's his daughter. And you would go as far as to call her repulsing? That just shows how vile of a human being you truly are.
A bit sad because, you know, I like bigger women, so it's a little upsetting to lose what you like.
I'd love to give you a bigger lip, too.
The next toxic partner is Lisa Eberson, who appeared on a very recent episode of the show. Lisa is completely bedbound and reliant on her husband Randy, who isn't in great shape himself. Randy does everything for Lisa. He cooks for her, he cleans for her, and even helps her go to the bathroom. This is a lot of work for a man in his 60s, and Lisa is no easy person to work with.
Wow, so he's like a lot older. This poor man, he's got an oxygen tube on himself, doesn't he? He should not be doing all that shopping for you. This is sad.
It seems over the years, Lisa has completely worn him down to the point where he would do anything for her, even if it means sacrificing his own health and happiness. Some may consider Randy to be an enabler, as the meals he cooks for Lisa aren't really on the healthy side, but I would argue that he has no choice but to do exactly what she wants.
I think Randy's just holding on for dear life, because if she got mad at Randy and she went all Hulk smash on him, his 60-year-old ass ain't living.
Lisa practically worked her husband to death. There was one moment in the episode where Randy was having chest pains, and Lisa talked him out of going to the hospital. Unsurprisingly, these chest pains were a symptom of something more severe that had yet to come, and Randy died of a heart attack not too long after.
Oh my God, you talked him out of going to the hospital? Because you had nobody to cook your brownies that evening? What? He was saying he had chest pains. He's an elderly man. Holy shit, you are despicable, lady.
Randy quite obviously needed to go to the hospital to see what was going on, but it's obvious Lisa didn't care enough and wanted Randy to stay and serve her. Pretty disgusting if you ask me.
What's that mean about Lisa is her personality. She was fun and beautiful. I love everything about Lisa.
I've yet to see the fun come out of this woman, because if fun is ignoring you when you're having a medical emergency, yahoo! Sounds exciting.
We used to go down to the park and she'd hold on the back of her wheelchair and she'd walk around on that. We used to go fishing all the time. She'd go to the store with me. She'd go to the doctor's with me.
My boyfriend Randy has to do a lot for me. I feel bad because it's not fair to him.
If you feel bad, get up and do some of it. Alright, you might be in that bed right now, but I guarantee that you could get up, because most people let fear of not being able to stop them from even trying. Because there was a lot of things that I didn't even want to try at my biggest. Nah, I can't do that. If I walk into the store or walk all the way around the back of the store, I might not make it back because I'll just be that out of breath. That's honest. That's just how you think about it at that point. And it's really sad that it gets to that point. but it does. So, like, there's got to be some level of effort there, though.
He shouldn't have to come home and clean, and he shouldn't have to come home and cook, and he shouldn't have to take care of me.
Randy takes really good care of Lisa. He's here for her, and he helps her, he baths her, helps her with her blisters on her legs and stuff.
She's got
I feel like a caretaker instead of a boyfriend some of the times. It's kind of frustrating.
I personally feel bad including Michael on this list because I don't think he's abusive or even that toxic, especially compared to the other people on here. However, there is something off about his relationship with his wife, Kimberly. It feels like they're both very emotional.
Why is she so tiny? Usually, like, okay, I always laugh about, like, the tiny guys with the bigger women, but usually you don't see, like, the opposite dynamic there. I don't know, but that's a lot of... Is he going to eat all of that? Damn. Like I said in the last one, when your stomach turns into your table is when you've got a damn issue. I would balance my plate on mine, but it wasn't my table yet. It was just my balance.
People and not afraid to express themselves, which in a lot of ways is a very good thing. But I feel like Michael can be very overbearing with his emotions, as well as being incredibly
he couldn't get no more spaghetti.
I'm not saying he doesn't have a right to feel these things, but it seems like he's constantly seeking reassurance, and that can be emotionally taxing within a relationship. Kimberly seems like she's walking on thin ice with him often, constantly asking if she's disturbing him simply by being...
Man, people who, like, constantly need to, like, have that reassurance does get pretty taxing, because you should just be secure and, like, confident in yourself. I don't know, a lot of people say I'm pretty cocky and confident. I think I border on arrogant, but I'm just not quite there yet, so it works. But yeah, it gets real annoying when somebody second guesses everything they do and they need your reassurance. I could see that getting to hurt real quick.
Being in the same room as him. One scene that was slightly hard to watch was when Michael wrote a letter to his abuser, went outside, read it to Kimberly, and then burned it. I understand the symbolic nature of doing something like this, but I can't deny that something about it felt very over the top. Almost like Michael and Kimberly were playing it up for the camera.
I don't think it's over the top. If he suffered some kind of trauma and that was how he dealt with it, that's just how he dealt with it. I'll never judge someone for having some trauma in their past and struggling to get past it, because people get caught up on different things. Like me, I'm more of the type to just let things roll off my back and not worry about things too much. I'm kind of a go with the flow guy, but I don't have that kind of trauma in my past. I had a pretty good upbringing, and my family was pretty blue collar, pretty good people. Like, I was the damn problem.
Again, I'm not trying to compare Michael to some of the other monsters on this list, but he and his wife have a very strange dynamic on camera, and it's kind of hard to ignore. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to give it a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already.
If I remember that guy, there was a clip, he's like agoraphobic, which means he's scared to go outside or whatever, which has to be something that just added to his weight loss, and he seems like he's dealing with all kinds of, like, mental illnesses and stuff like that, so his weight makes a little more sense to me. But as far as the couples thing goes, it just shows you, like, there's somebody out there for everybody, honest to God. Because a lot of you be like, oh man, I'd never date a 600-pound man or whatever, and there's more women in here than guys. Honest to God, it's 88% female in here right now. So fellas, shoot your shot in the comments. You'll pick up some lucky lady down there. But yeah, this toxic relationship stuff always fascinates me, because it always fascinated me how much somebody's willing to put up with, or just how bad relationship can get before somebody says, I'm done. But alright guys, like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you later. Peace.